Guten Morgen and Guten Effen. This is Brincharles Navarro, a fourth-year student of the Bachelor of Arts in English Language Studies at JRMSU main campus. Welcome to my vlog, where today we'll journey through the history of the English language. Together, we'll explore its fascinating eras, uncover the pivotal events that shaped its evolution, and meet the remarkable figures behind its development into the global lingua franca we know today. Here's the twist. This isn't just your average vlog where I simply talk to you. To make this topic more engaging and interesting, I've brought along a special companion, a pop-up book. It's filled with visuals that bring each era to life, and I'll even give you a behind-the-scenes look at how I designed and created it. Now, this book isn't just a prop. It's a window into the rich and dynamic history of English, showcasing its transformation over centuries, from its earliest roots to its modern-day dominance. We'll dive into the stories that have made English what it is today. So sit back, get ready to learn something new, and let's begin this exciting journey into the story of the English language. To start off, along the journey, have you ever wondered upon the origins of the English language? English, an Indo-European language, emerged as a fusion of various Germanic languages such as German, Dutch, and Swedish. In the early 5th century, England had been under Roman rule for more than 4 centuries. The southern region of England witnessed migrations of the Angles, Saxons, and Jutes, gradually replaced the dominant Celtic and Romano-British cultures. While Celtic speakers concentrated in Wales, Scotland, and Cornwall, the territory now recognized as England adopted a predominantly Germanic culture. These Germanic dialects turned into Anglo-Saxon, reflecting a shared cultural and societal bond among the groups. This linguistic transformation eventually traced back to Proto-Indo-European, the ancestors of many languages spoken across Europe and Asia, branching out over time into diverse Germanic languages. Now, here's the book. The Anglo-Saxons and their numerous kingdoms utilized a language now referred to as Old English. Its vocabulary is characterized by strong inflections, relying on grammar rather than word order to convey meanings, making Old English both flexible and capable of expressing complex ideas. Old English incorporated only a limited number of loanwords, as the focus was primarily on the development of their own language, resulting in a linguistic form that is incomprehensible to common speakers and bears little resemblance to modern English. Over time, significant transformations occurred in Old English due to the Viking invasions by the Norsemen from Norway and Denmark in the northern region of England, where they settled and established their own kingdom. These Vikings spoke Old Norse. The ancestors of the Scandinavian languages were the Icelandic, Swedish, Norwegian, and Danish, which influenced Old English primarily through vocabulary enrichment, grammar simplification, and the introduction of Norse loanwords that some are in usage today. With the passage of time, the concepts of conquest and invasion continue to hold relevance in the contemporary era. William the Conqueror, through his invasion, triumphed over King Harold at the Battle of Hastings, ultimately ascending to the throne as the King of England. Subsequent to their victory and subsequent rule over the land, Norman French emerged as the predominant language within the royal court, legal system, and church. Although Old English persisted among the peasantry or common folk of England, it underwent significant influence and incorporation of a multitude of loanwords from French pertaining to law, governance, and culture. Approximately a century later, the convergence of Old English and Norman French gave rise to what is now known as Middle English. The prevalence of English words sharing similarities with French and Spanish can be attributed to the fact that approximately 30% or around 10,000 English words have their origins in French, particularly prevalent in domains such as law, religion, and science. Over time, the erosion of inflections, simplifications of grammatical structures, and the infusion of vocabulary from Latin and French, owing to the conquests and invasions by neighboring nations, all contributed to the evolution of Middle English, bringing it one step closer to the language we utilize today. In the 15th century, the great vowel shift from Middle English to early modern English marked an era of linguistic evolution during cultural and intellectual revolutions, including the Renaissance, the Reformation, and the printing press. This period served as a bridge between Middle English and Modern English, characterized by adjustments in phonology, grammar, and vocabulary. The phonological shift made Modern English sound more like Modern English but led to differences in spelling and pronunciation. Standardization of spelling began before the shift was complete, resulting in spellings that reflected older pronunciations. Modern English saw a simplification of grammar, with the disappearance of the inflectional endings and the replacement of thou and thee with you. The Renaissance introduced new Latin, Greek, French, and Italian expressions into the vocabulary, while the introduction of William Caxton's printing press in 1476 standardized English spelling and grammar. This period marked a major turning point in the improvement of English, cementing the transition from a local language to a global language. Finally, last but not least, in our time, the modern English has evolved over many years due to various factors. This is the pattern of the language spoken today. The British Empire was a great inspiration for the spread of English and its transformation into our common language. During the Industrial Revolution, new technologies in international trade required new English vocabulary. Different regions developed their own variations of English. American culture has had a huge impact in the English language through Hollywood, the internet, and the multinational corporations. This has added new words and phrases that reflect changes in technology, society, and lifestyle. Digital speech exchange has led to the emergence of the new types of language, such as written communication and internet slang. And in essence, the English language development demonstrates resilience, adaptability, and worldwide influence. Originating from Indo-European roots, it has become a universal lingua franca and serves as a unifying force across diverse cultures, industries, and nations. Each historical period has been marked by political turmoil, conquest, and cultural exchanges that have shaped the course of history. English continues to evolve in the digital age, demonstrating its dynamism and constant progress. Its rich history reflects the enduring impact of people, ideas, and progress. The development of language forms an important link connecting the past, present, and the future. So, this is the history of English language. That would be all, and Carpe Diem.